Viewer discretion is advised. 3 months ago, Mark Hanley had no idea that AI would change his life forever. On the night of January 13, 2026, Mark was dragged from his flat by London police, accused of a brutal murder he insisted he couldn't have committed. The case seemed airtight. Security footage from the Knightsbridge district showed Mark's face, clear as day, leaving the victim's office minutes after the attack. His fingerprints were found at the scene, and there was motive. Mark's former colleague, Miles Pepper, was set to testify against him in an intellectual property lawsuit, valued at over £2 million. But Mark's alibi was rock solid. He was having dinner with his family across the city, a fact confirmed by at least 7 witnesses. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how a digital forgery almost ruined an innocent man's life, and how forensics detectives fought back against AI. Chapter 1.
A perfect crime or a perfect setup. 0:30, January 13, 2026. The body of Miles Pepper was found in his downtown office at 9:24 p.m. The official security video that surfaced just hours later seemed to leave no question. At 9:09 p.m., Mark Hanley's unmistakable face walked into frame, hands gloved, expression hard, entering the victim's suite. At 9:17 p.m., the same man is seen walking out, glancing straight into the camera. Within 12 hours, Mark was charged. Every tabloid ran with the same narrative. Tech executive cracks under pressure, eliminates rival. But one junior detective, Priya D'Souza, noticed something unusual. For a man who'd supposedly just committed murder, the suspect's face seemed off, unnaturally calm, expressionless, almost frozen. Chapter 2. The Uncanny Valley 2:00. D'Souza flagged the video to her supervisor. She'd spent her last semester at UCL studying AI image synthesis. What if the video was a fake? But who would fake a murder to this level of detail? And could Mark's alibi really be airtight? Over the next week, forensics teams ran the CCTV file through deep learning detection software. They quickly picked up telltale signs, minor distortions around Mark's jawline, mismatched lighting on his forehead. The video's metadata had been stripped, a red flag. On a hunch, they traced the security system logs and found an unexplained login hours before the murder, coming from an external IP. Meanwhile, Hanley's family's story held up. 10 separate people, dining at a packed Indian restaurant, remembered seeing him at their table from 8:00 until well past 10, a 2-hour window that made his presence at the murder scene impossible without superhuman speed. But if Mark was innocent, who was behind the deepfake? And how powerful does AI really need to be to mislead an entire police force? Chapter 3. The real puzzle unfolds. 4:00. Here's where it gets interesting. A private cybersecurity firm, called in by Hanley's defense, ran a forensic comparison between the CCTV footage and previous known deepfakes shared online by hacktivist groups. A signature AI watermark and unique pattern of compression errors matched with materials published by an underground collective known as Null Face. At the same time, a new twist. Miles Pepper, the victim, had been under digital threat for months. 2 weeks before his murder, police received an anonymous tip warning that the lines between reality and fiction are about to blur. At the time, no one took it seriously. Investigators now dug deeper. Server logs from the office CCTV system, cross-referenced with logins associated with Pepper's lawsuit opponents. Bingo. A data trail led to a disgruntled ex-employee of Pepper's firm, who'd purchased access to Null Face's latest tools just days before the murder. Pattern interrupt, fast-cut timeline animation, lines connecting suspects, evidence, digital forensics. But the real surprise is coming. What was inside the AI toolkit, and how exactly did it fool so many experts for so long? Chapter 4. The AI arsenal exposed. 6:00. The toolkit, called Shifter Mark Roman 4, had only surfaced on hacking forums in late 2025. Using a target's social media, it could generate hyper-realistic 8K video of their face and voice, mapped to any scene with chilling precision. Even Hanley's wife, shown a deepfake clip by private investigators, at first believed it was him. The breakthrough? A non-existent reflection. One frame showed the suspect's face in a glass partition, but it didn't match the head's position on camera. Forensic trace analysis proved it had been artificially rendered. With mounting evidence, police arrested Samuel Trengrove, Pepper's ex-employee, for creating the deepfake, intending to frame Hanley and halt the lawsuit. The jury deliberated 2 days. Hanley walked free, cleared of all charges. But the judge's final words still echo. If not for vigilant forensics, an innocent man could have spent his life in prison, all because of a few lines of code. Chapter 5. Fallout and lessons learned. 7:00. The case changed British law.
By spring 2026, the UK Parliament passed the Digital Evidence Integrity Act, mandating watermarking and chain of custody standards for all video evidence. Across the globe, police agencies rush to update investigative protocols for the AI era. And Mark Hanley, still rebuilding, but grateful to be free. If you're enjoying this, hit subscribe. We post stories like this every day, and you don't want to miss the next one. What happened in London could happen anywhere. As synthetic media grows more convincing, the line between reality and fiction only gets thinner. Remember, every case has a story. AI tells it. Subscribe and hit the bell. We drop new true crime stories every single day. The next one, an AI-generated alibi that almost fooled the FBI. If you like this, watch our next video on the billion-dollar money heist nobody saw coming. It's even more unbelievable.